This week on Inside Boulder News. Boulder's lifeguards competed for some serious bragging rights. Find out if they made the cut. The city's among 35 other cities competing for this grand prize. And it was a party on the river this week as attendees of this popular event commuted to work in the most Boulder way. Welcome to Inside Boulder News, your source for all things Boulder. I'm Jocelyn Avendaño. Earlier this year, Boulder was named one of 35 finalists in the 2018 U.S. Mayor's Challenge, a nationwide competition that encourages city leaders to spearhead bold, inventive ideas that tackle some of the hardest problems cities face. For the past couple of months, the city has been conducting public prototypes of its ideas, and this week the community gave its input as well. Boulder is currently in a 6-month test, learn, and adapt phase of the Mayor's Challenge competition. Cities will refine their ideas with up to $100,000, as well as personalized support from innovation experts to test and begin building support for their urban innovations. Boulder's project revolves around transportation in underserved communities.
It's something that really impacted a lot of people throughout the city. We saw nearly everybody relying on cars or buses or bikes or walking around, and it's very much a part of daily life. And we heard from residents who did not have access to a lot of options. From residents who had a car break down and who were late to their job and lost that job because they didn't have other options available.
This week, neighbors, community partners, and city staff gathered for a dinner and community discussion to get community members' thoughts about transportation in Boulder and their perspectives on electric vehicles.
Looking through that data, we really saw that convenience and speed were priorities with transportation, and also affordability and reliability. So we thought that EVs fit into that space, of really being the comfort and convenience, but really having a lower price point per mile.
In August, the city will submit a new application to be in the running to receive a grand prize of $5 million to bring its idea to life. Only 5 of the 35 cities currently in the 6-month phase will be chosen, with 4 cities receiving $1 million each, and the winner receiving the grand prize of $5 million.
Part of the next steps are, determining what this final application looks like, what transportation options really work best for residents, and being able to break down some of the barriers for those options that currently exist.
For more information on the 2018 Mayor's Challenge, please visit the website seen on your screen. They watch your kids at the pool during the summer, making sure everyone is safe and playing by the rules. This weekend, lifeguards jumped into the waters and got to have a little bit of fun themselves as hundreds of lifeguards from around the state competed in the 33rd Annual Lifeguard Games. 33 teams, 150 lifeguards, and 1 mission.
Our goal was to crack the top 10, but once they started naming off like 9th place, 7th, and so on, we thought we maybe didn't cut the mustard.
But as it would turn out, the city's Parks and Recreation lifeguards returned to Boulder with some serious bragging rights.
At one of the other guards, and we got to like the top 5 and we hadn't heard our names yet, and then it was like the top 3 and we were like, how did we not place in the top 10? And then we were number 1, and so it was such a shock, but I think we put in a lot of work this year in terms of preparation.
It was surprising because we've never won before. And so we trained for about a week and a half, had a couple practices, and worked on our skit and just what our theme was going to be.
The Lifeguard Games are put on by the Colorado Parks and Recreation Association, and it's the biggest gathering and competition of lifeguards in the state. The games consist of 5 main events and 3 special events showcasing skills lifeguards utilize on their day-to-day jobs.
Anything from backboarding, they also practice like their CPR skills, but then also there's some fun things mixed in too with like inner tube relays, and then at the end they have a swim for the fastest lifeguard.
And Boulder's very own Cassidy Crittenden placed 3rd in the fastest lifeguard contest.
I'd done the race in the past and just kind of got middle of the pack, so yeah, winning it felt good.
And what also feels good is the positive impact these lifeguards make in the Boulder community.
We're not just watching the water, we're helping people stay safe around the water, as well as educating people about how to be better swimmers.
The city has hosted 4 chats with council, a new engagement opportunity Boulder City Council is piloting. It provides an informal setting for the community to interact with City Council, a chance to drop in, ask questions, and find out what's on your mind. And you're invited for the upcoming Chats with Council this July 23rd. People will have the opportunity for meaningful one-on-one discourse with council members. Community members will be able to come and go during the 2-hour time block. 2 to 3 council members will be at each meeting, and at this Chats with Council event, council members Aaron Brockett and Bob Yates will be in attendance. The next Chats with Council event will be held on Monday, July 23rd from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Har Hashem congregation. Council has committed to hosting 9 sessions of this type in 2018. The sessions will be scheduled in various parts of the city on different days and a range of times. For more information, please visit bouldercolorado.gov/engage. Helmets, inner tubes, and ties? This may sound like a strange fashion choice, but it was the look of the day as folks tubed down Boulder Creek earlier this week. It's one of Boulder's popular events. An estimated 1,000 people participated in the 11th annual Tube to Work Day with inner tubes in hand and their best workplace attire. This year's donations went to Boulder Shelter for the Homeless, and all the money raised went directly to the organization. If you didn't get to participate this year, make sure to definitely mark your calendar for next year's Tube to Work Day.
I think it's one of the best events that Boulder has the entire year. I look forward to it all summer, and I hope more and more people do it every year.
Thank you so much for joining us on this week's edition of Inside Boulder News. If you have pictures, news tips, or events you'd like to see featured, we'd love to hear from you. Connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. You can also sign up to receive video updates right in your inbox. Just go to boulderchannel8.com and click on subscribe. Have a good week.